Good morning, everyone. I found this here website with all these different factions in Syria. I mean, there's a lot of factions, man. There's the Syrian Islamic Liberation Front. That's one faction. Then we come up here and we have the Just Islam faction, whatever. But they carry AK-47s there. Look at these dudes here. They got a 50 cal anti-aircraft weapon there. And here we have the Islamic Front. And here we have what looks to be like a U.S.-backed uh, faction, Supreme Military Council of the Free Syrian Army. And that's backed by the U.S. You know, there's so many factions. It's just a monkey clusterfuck, I think. How do they know who to shoot at each other, or which place is doing what? Or I mean, it's I've read this and I can't make nothing out of it. But they all do agree that these boys right here, ISIS or ISIL, whatever you want to call them, they need to go. You know, they need to go. I don't know. They're a pretty handsome looking group. Let's see here. Heck, we're already at 125. There you go. Maybe we get a better picture of them. Yeah, look at that. Well, there's some ugly sons of bitches here, ain't there? There sure is. Let's go back down to about one something. There you go. I guess they wear their civilian clothes to war. Anyway, I just wanted to show you guys the different factions in Syria. And my question still is, even though the news people say that Russia is there primarily just to kill ISIS, I still want to know who Russia is friends with, because they've got air bases over there now. Blah blah blah. I don't know. It's all pretext to go into Iran, though. If you're 16 years old or so and you join the military, you're going to be going over and seeing some of this trash. Anyway, let's watch this here lady as she tells you just how messed up everything is.
Who is fighting who in Syria? Well, it's not as simple as official forces versus rebels. The main rebel group, the Free Syrian Army, or FSA, was formed in late 2011 by civilians and army defectors. But many different anti-government brigades and battalions sprang up across Syria. An internationally backed meeting was called to try and unify them, and the Supreme Military Council was established. 5 military councils were appointed to different fronts within the country. General Salim Idris heads the control room in Turkey and tries to coordinate fighting. But hundreds of groups are affiliated with the Supreme Military Council, and they don't always agree. And it gets more complicated. There are also fighters with links to Al-Qaeda. The most well-known is the Islamic State of Iraq and Sham, or ISIS, made up of mainly foreign fighters with a radical Islamist agenda. They are opposed by most of the rebels. So, where are they all? The suburbs of Damascus are mainly controlled by moderate Islamists, but there are also secular groups, especially further south. The government controls most of Homs, but some areas are controlled by Islamist or moderate rebels. Hama and the coast are also mainly under government control, but there are rebels in the mountains around Idlib, with Al-Qaeda fighters the most powerful there. And on the eastern front, there is another group in the mix, with Kurdish rebels joining the fight. It's most complicated in the north. Almost all the different brigades operate here, with fierce clashes taking place between Al-Qaeda's ISIS and the FSA. And it's this development that has forced the rebel groups to reunite and refocus the battle. It's no longer only just about toppling President Assad, but also eliminating Al-Qaeda from Syria.
Well, there you have it. Even they're confused. They don't know who's shooting who or anything else. I don't know. Anyway, I just thought I would shed some light on some of this here stuff that's going on that nobody seems to be able to know really what's going on.